Hello friends, welcome to my channel SS Nursing Point. Today we will discuss regarding basal metabolic rate or BMR. So first of all we should discuss what is the definition of basal metabolic rate. So basal metabolic rate means what? This is the amount of energy needed to maintain the vital functioning within the body at rest. So it is the amount of energy needed. As we all should know that we should calculate our calculate the energy at calories. So what is the amount of energy, what is the calorie of energy we should needed per a day at rest period. At rest means what? We should not having sleep. Our sleep is having totally completed. I am having awake, but I am not doing any type of strenuous activity. I am simply sitting or simply sleeping in the bed, but I am not having completely sleep. Already I should or already I had complete my sleep. So that period is called as rest. Okay. So what is the amount of energy we needed during that rest period to maintain the vital functioning of our body. Vital functioning of our body means some important function of our body. So that is called as basal metabolic rate. So basal metabolic rate means what? The basal metabolic rate means what is the amount of energy we needed per a day during the rest period to maintain the vital functioning of the body. So now we should discuss what is the vital functioning of the body. For example, respiration. As we all should know that respiration is very much important for our body. The process in which we should take the oxygen inside of our body. It is the function of lungs. So that is called as vital function. Next one is circulation. It is the function of heart. Next one is nerve function. All the brain activity of our brain or activity of the nerves. Next one is temperature regulation. As we all should know that our temperature is mainly controlled by our hypothalamus, and also other parts are also control our body temperature. Next one is digestion and absorption. Whatever the diet we should take, that food is having breakdown inside of our body, that is called as digestion. Next one is absorption. Whatever the nutrients present in our diet, maybe that is carbohydrate, maybe that is protein, maybe that is fat, vitamin, mineral, that is absorbed in our body. So that is called as digestion and absorption. Next one is reabsorption. Always the reabsorption of the nutrient is occur in our kidney. So that is also one type of vital function of our body. Next one is ion transport. The ion are having transport in our body across membrane. That is also one type of vital functioning. Next one is other cellular activities. All the activities which is occur inside of the cell, that all are called as vital functioning. So for that vital function means already we should discuss what is the definition or what are the vital function occur inside of our body. So for maintaining that function, what amount of energy we should need, if we should calculate that energy, then that is called as basal metabolic rate. And the basal metabolic rate is always accurate during the rest period. So during the rest period means what? If we should complete our sleep, then having rest, that means we should not do any type of activity. So that is called as rest. Another definition of that basal metabolic rate is, basal metabolic rate is the number of calories required to keep your body functioning at rest. As we know, we should calculate the energy as calories, yes or not? So basal metabolic rate means what? It is the amount of calories required to keep your body functioning at rest. During the rest period, for doing the body function, for doing the body activity, for example circulation, respiration or absorption, reabsorption, that activity is called as body function. So for maintaining that body function during the rest period, what is the amount of calories we should needed or our body should needed, that is called as basal metabolic rate. Next we should discuss what is the determining of that basal metabolic rate. So determining of that basal metabolic rate, that means what are the points we should keep in our mind during calculate of that basal metabolic rate. So first one is the person must be awake. Awake, that means the person should not having sleep. They are already complete their sleep. So that is called as the person must be awake. Next one is the person is at rest. So the person is at rest, that means the person should not do any type of physical activity. They are having physically rest. Next one is post observative state. So post means after the post observative. So post observative means what? After the observation of the food. So that time is called as post observative. So post means after, observative means observation of the nutrient inside of our body. For example, at night we should take some diet. So after 6 hours or after 5 hours, our observation of the nutrients is having completed. So that period is called as post observative state. That means inactive digestive system. Now our digestive system should not do any type of function. So that is called as post observative state. Next one is not any strenuous activity. That means the person should not do any type of physical activity. Next one is neutral temperature. The person's temperature is also normal. So that we should find out the accurate amount of basal or metabolic rate for a person. Next one is not in stress. That means the person is not having any type of stress. That means they are having mentally rest. So we should keep in our mind that during calculate of that basal or metabolic rate, the person is having two type of rest. One is our physical rest, another one is our mental rest. So that we should calculate that basal or metabolic rate accurately. Okay, so that is called as basal or metabolic rate. So basal or metabolic rate means what? Whenever we should find out or we should calculate the calories needed for our body during the rest period to maintaining the body function. For example, to maintaining the respiration, to maintaining the circulation, ion transport in our body, or for example to control our body temperature, and also having digestion or absorption of the nutrients, and also for the reabsorption. So that are the functions or that are the vital functions of our body. So for maintaining that function during the rest period, what amount of the energy we should need? For calculate of that energy, that is called as basal or metabolic rate. Okay, next we should discuss what is the factors affecting basal or metabolic rate. So there are various factor is present which is affect our basal or metabolic rate. For example, the body composition, gender, age, hormone, climate, stress, and substance abuse. So we should discuss one by one detailing. So first of all, we should discuss what is the body composition, how they should affect our basal or metabolic rate. So mainly that body composition is divided into two types. First one is our lean body tissue, second one is our adipose tissue. So lean body tissue means the person who may looks like very lean and thin. They are having more active, so that is called as lean body tissue, and also they are having more physically active. Next one is adipose tissue. So adipose tissue means in that tissue more amount of fat is deposited. So the person who may live in a sedentary lifestyle, they are having more amount of adipose tissue. That means they are having more amount of fat is deposited in their body. So when we should compare between two things, one person is having lean body tissue and they looks like very lean and thin. Another one is having adipose tissue, that means they looks like very fat. So if we compare that two persons basal or metabolic rate, that means the basal or metabolic rate is increased in case of lean body tissue. The person who is carry that lean body tissue, they are having more active and they require more amount of energy per a day for maintaining that body function. So in that case, what happen? The person who is having lean body tissue, they require more energy, so their basal or metabolic rate is also increased. They needed more amount of calorie to maintain their body function, and also they are having physically active. But the person who is having fat or the person who is having deposit of adipose tissue, they are having less amount of basal or metabolic rate as compared to the lean body tissue. So that is our body composition. Next, second one is our gender. So in case of gender, what happen? Women are having more amount of adipose tissue. As we discuss here, if a person is having adipose tissue, that means they are having decrease their basalometabolic rate. So women are having more amount of adipose tissue as compared to a man. So in that case, what happen? The basalometabolic rate of a woman is having decreased 10% than men. Men are having mainly most of the men are having carrying that lean body tissue, but most of the women should carry that adipose tissue. So the basalometabolic rate is decreased for a woman as compared to the men. Next one is age. In case of age, what happen? The basalometabolic rate is drops 2% per decade. That means in every 10 years, our basalometabolic rate is decreased for 2%. Why? Because in every year, when our age is having increase, at that time we should lose the lean muscle mass within our body. So according to our age, our lean muscle mass is also decreased in our body. So due to that, what happened? Our basalometabolic rate is also decreased 2% per decade. That means in every 10 years, we should lose 2% of the basalometabolic rate. But if we compare between a children and adult, the basalometabolic rate is increased in a children as compared to the adult. Why? Because in that period, what happened? The children are having growth and development. The children is having proper growth and development during that stage. So during that stage, they should needed more amount of energy, and they are also having more amount of lean body tissue in their body. So if we compare the basalometabolic rate of a children and adult, then the children is having more amount of basalometabolic rate. Next one is hormones. So if we are having increased amount of T4 hormone, so T4 hormone means that is thyroxine hormone. So at that time, what happen? Our basalometabolic rate is also increased. So the person who is having increased amount of T4 hormone, they are having increased their basalometabolic rate. So if a person is having hyperthyroidism, at that time also the person is having increased basalometabolic rate. But if a person is having hypothyroidism, that means the person is also containing more amount of adipose tissue or more amount of fat is deposited in their body. So at that time also the basalometabolic rate of a person is also decrease. So if a person is having hyperthyroidism, at that time the basalometabolic rate is increased, and if a person is having hypothyroidism, then the basalometabolic rate is decreased. And also the person is having, if the person is having increased amount of thyroxine hormone or T4 hormone, then also the basalometabolic rate of that person is also increased. Next one is climate. So as we compare the climate during the winter season or during the cold time, the basalometabolic rate of a person is increased. Why? Because during that cold time, what happen? Our body also try to regulate our body temperature according to the environment. So in that time, what happen? Our basalometabolic rate is increased. So as compared to the summer season or any rainy season, during the winter season or during the cold climate, our basalometabolic rate of the body is increased. Next one is stress. If the person is having stress, if the person is having anxiety, any types of mental illness, patient is having cancer or any types of major disorder, during that period the person is having stress. So in that period, in that stress period also the basalometabolic rate of the person is increased. Next one is substance abuse. So if your person may intake any type of substance, maybe they should intake alcohol, maybe they should intake cocaine, maybe they should intake caffeine. So during that time, what happen? They should alter their hormone in the body. Mainly the cortisol hormone is affected if the person should intake any type of substance. So during that period also the basalometabolic rate of a person is increased. So that is all about your factor affecting basalometabolic rate. So first factor is your body composition, second factor is your gender. During in that body composition, the person who is having lean and thin, their basalometabolic rate is increased as compared to fat person. Next, in that gender, the woman is having more amount of basal metabolic rate as compared to men. Next one is age. If we should compare the basal metabolic rate of a children and adult, then the children are having more amount of or increased basal metabolic rate as compared to adult. Then also as we grow, as our age is developed, our basal metabolic rate is also decreased. Next one is hormones. So if we are having increased amount of thyroxine hormone, then also our basal metabolic rate is increased. If a person is having hyperthyroidism, then also their basal metabolic rate is increased. If a person is having hypothyroidism, their basal metabolic rate is decreased. Next one is climate. During that cold climate, we may need more amount of energy. So at that time, our basal metabolic rate is increased. Next one is stress. If we are having stress or if we are having any type of mental disturbance, then at that period also our basal metabolic rate is increased. Next one is substance abuse. If we should take any type of substance, then at that time also our basal metabolic rate is increased. Next, we should discuss what is the formula of basal metabolic rate. So for count that basal metabolic rate, we should apply some formula. First one is Benedict and Roth apparatus, that is also called as closed circuit device. So in that device, what happens, we should measure the oxygen consumption of our body. What is the amount of oxygen we should needed, that we should count in that method, and in that method we should use 2 to 6 minutes. Within that 2 to 6 minutes we should count that oxygen consumption of the body. Next one is Douglas method, that is also called as open circuit device, and in that method what happen, we should measure the oxygen consumption for the body, and also we should measure that carbon dioxide output from our body. So that is the two method which is applied in a lab, which is measured in a lab. So that method is having Benedict and Roth apparatus, that is called as closed circuit method. Another one is Douglas method, that is called as open circuit device. Next, we should use Harris-Benedict formula. If we should use that Harris-Benedict formula for a man, if we should count the basal metabolic rate of a man, then that is the formula. The formula is that 88.362 plus 13.397 into weight in kg plus 4.799 into height in centimeter minus 5.67 into age in year. That is the formula of basal metabolic rate for a man. Next one is women. So for women, if we should count the basal metabolic rate by using Harris-Benedict formula, then the formula is 447.59 plus 9.24 into weight in kg plus 3.098 into height in centimeter minus 4.33 into age in year. So that is the formula of basal metabolic rate for a woman. Okay, next one is Mifflin and St. George equation, and that equation we should use mostly by for calculating that basal metabolic rate. So for example, if we should use that equation for calculating the basal metabolic rate of a man, then that is the formula is that 10 into weight in kg plus 6.25 into height in centimeter minus 5 into age in year plus 5. Then if we should use the formula of Mifflin and St. George equation for a woman, then the formula is also same as that of man, only the last part is different. So the formula is 10 into weight in kg plus 6.25 into height in centimeter minus 5 into age in year minus 161. Only that last part is different. In case of men, that is plus 5. In case of women, that is minus 161. And that formula, that Mifflin and St. George equation is more accurate as compared to that Harris-Benedict formula. So that is the formula. By applying that formula, we should count that basal metabolic rate of a individual person. Next we should discuss what is the normal value of the basal metabolic rate. So the normal value of a basal metabolic rate for a adult male is 1600 to 1800 kilocalorie per day. If we should convert that kilocalorie to joule, then that is 7100 kilojoule per day. That is the normal basal rate for a adult male. Then next one is adult women. The normal basal metabolic rate for a adult woman is 1400 to 1600 kilocalorie per day. If we should convert that to joule, then that is 5900 kilojoule per day. So that is the normal basal metabolic rate of a woman. Then we should discuss why it is important that we should calculate the basal metabolic rate of a individual person, because it is important for maintaining that diet planning. We should change our diet according to our weight, according to our basal metabolic rate. So it is very much important that we should know what is our basal metabolic rate. Next one is find out the disorder of thyroid gland. If there is any abnormal is present in our thyroid gland, that also we should identify by measuring that basal metabolic rate. Thank you for watching.